Tight hip flexors are one of the silent drivers of back pain, poor posture and reduced athletic performance. Most people who sit for long periods have them without even knowing it.
We'll take you through 6 exercises to stretch and mobilise the hip flexors, from the kneeling lunge to the 90-90 stretch, giving you the full picture on how to actually fix this. A great movement for the hips, James, is hip circles. So if you want to grab a supporting surface again, keeping the pelvis in line with the wall in front of you, I want you to lift one knee up, and then almost rotate it outwards, circling the hip joint, and then bringing it back down to that position, and bringing the knee up, rotating the knee outwards, feeling the full hip joint here, in that mobility move, And if you want to, you can change the direction of this movement. So knee goes out before coming back in. And then back down. Knee goes out before coming back in.
Should I be feeling that around sort of this area, Ella?
Yes. Almost round the hip joint. That's where we want to be feeling this movement.
Should I be worried if I feel any sort of clunking or clicking in there?
So if you feel clunking and clicking, because I definitely do, it's nothing to worry about. Only if the clunks and clicks create pain, instant pain, that's when I would go and see a healthcare practitioner.
And just stop doing the exercise?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, that's great. How many of these should I do on each side?
I would do 10 one way, and then 10 the other, and then 5 per leg.
Okay, that's great. And that's one rotation. So if I go round, that's one. Okay, so you want me to do 10 of those?
And then 10 inwards.
Okay, that's great.
So I'm going to show you a stretch for the front of your thigh here, which is called your hip flexor. So if you want to come down into the lunged position onto the floor, so whichever side you want to stretch first, this is going to be the knee that's behind you. So almost bring that knee one little step behind you. Perfect. In the lunge position, I want you to bring that pelvis towards the front leg. Good. So you feel a stretch on that front of the thigh there.
And it's a really subtle movement, but I'm going from this position, just bending this knee, going slightly forward, and I can feel it right in the groin almost there. And then bringing it to that top position, and then bringing the pelvis towards that leading foot, holding it in the end range for 5 to 10 seconds. And I'm just keeping my eyes fixed slightly forward. Neck in line with the back at all times, not looking too far forward or looking up to the ceiling, keeping the neck nice and in line with the back. If people wanted to add in a balance challenge, Ella, could they put their hands just straight above? Hands up or hands out if that's too hard. Wherever's most comfortable for you. Good. That's great. And then I would just repeat it on the other side. Perfect, Okay. So driving that pelvis towards the leading foot, feeling the stretch on the front of the thigh. Good. And then back up to the lunge position. Okay, brilliant. Good. That's great. A great strengthening exercise we have for our lower limbs is the low lunge. So if you just want to take a stance forward for me, one at a time, bring the leg back behind the body, good, and then lower into that lunge, driving the knee towards the floor. Just hover the knee just above the floor, don't touch it, good, before standing back up. And then the other leg, drive the knee behind you, knee towards the floor, stop just before you hit the floor, and then back up, keeping the torso nice and upright. Ella, with this leg in front, when I come back, what should I be doing with my knee in relation to the toe? So the knee should be in line with the toe at all times in this, especially when you're going backwards before standing back up. Good. And keep the knee, so try not to turn it inwards and outwards, try and keep it in line with the toe. Okay. Good. If I'm finding it too difficult to hover this back knee above off the floor, I could lower it down and let it touch the floor as a bit of a rest, right? Definitely. So you have like a bit of a pause between standing up again. Good.
Okay.
And then the other leg.
And where should I be feeling this working?
So definitely at the front of the leg there, which is called your quad.
Okay.
You will feel a little bit in your hamstring and your glute as well. But at this 90-degree angle, we will feel it more at the quad.
Great, perfect.
A lovely exercise we can do for our hips, James, is the 90-90 stretch. So if you want to start onto the floor.
Yep.
Good. When you're on the floor, what I mean by 90-90 is a 90-degree bend at both knees.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, yours both at 90 there?
Yep.
Good. In this position, put a handhold behind the body, just lightly onto the floor.
Okay.
And then almost use your legs as a windscreen wiper going from left to right. So rotate them outwards. Good. Until the knees touch that floor.
Yep.
And then rotate them to the other side.
Okay.
Keeping that 90-degree bend on both legs and keeping that chest nice and upright. Good. So it's perpendicular to the floor.
Okay.
Behind you. Good.
And how many of these should I do in each direction, Ella?
I would do 10 on both ways, so 20 overall.
Okay.
Good.
That's great.
Knees touching the floor and then wiping them over to the other side.
Okay.
Good. A great exercise we can do for our lower limbs is a standing lateral lunge. So if you just want to turn around for me, so a side on, good. Take a small step out to begin and then lunge onto that leg that you've lunged out with. As we move down into that position, you can rotate the other leg so that the toes are facing the ceiling before standing back up. If that's too easy, we can go a little bit further, lunge further, lunge into it, and rotate the top leg up so the toes are facing the ceiling before coming back up to that standing position.
Now when I'm doing this, Ella, and I'm going out to the side, I'm feeling it in my sort of quad here, and then when I turn my toe up and point up, I can feel that in the groin.
Definitely, yeah. When you turn the toes, you'll definitely feel it in those adductors / groin region.
Okay.
Right.
So how many would we do on each side?
5 per side on this one,
Okay.
James.
Okay. And then if we were to do it on the other side, we just step to the other end of the mat, right?
Yep. And then lunge
Step
out.
Yep.
Down, rotate the leg out. Good. And then come back up.
Okay.
And one more time. Down, up.
And I'm keeping my chest up, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep the chest up, keep the hands wherever feels most comfortable. I like to put them forwards, you like to hold them there, whatever's most comfortable for you.
Great.
This exercise is the glute bridge. It's a strengthening exercise. So if you want to make your way towards the mat, we'll put the back onto the mat, lifting the heels towards the bum so that the knees are about 90 degrees. From here, I want you to lift the hips in line with the knees and the shoulders. And how you do this, you contract the glutes. So bring the glutes together, bringing the hips up in line with the knees and the shoulders, holding it there for 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then slowly lowering the spine down to the mat.
Okay.
Key here is that I don't want to see arching with the spine, so I'll show you a bad rep. If I'm bringing my spine up instead of lifting just in line with the knees, hips and shoulders.
Okay, and I should be feeling this right in here, right, Ella?
Yeah, right in the glutes.
Okay.
So just here and then lowering it down.
And Ella, should I be feeling anything in my lower back?
So you shouldn't feel too much in the lower back. It's okay to feel a little bit of discomfort, but if that's the main source of the ache and the burn from this exercise is coming from the lower back, then that means we aren't contracting the glutes enough.
Okay.
So if you are feeling it in the lower back, concentrate on bringing those two bum cheeks together, almost acting as if there's a grape between the bum cheeks and you are squeezing that grape.
Okay.
Good, and down. Perfect. Can you feel it more in the glutes now, James?
I can, yeah. How many of these exercises should I do, Ella?
I want you to do 10 to 15 of those, holding the top range for 3 seconds before lowering it down.
Okay.
Good.
That's great.
Good. And down. drill.
If any of these exercises significantly increase your pain, stop. A little muscle fatigue is normal, but sharp or worsening pain means you should stop. If your symptoms are getting worse, you notice numbness, tingling, or weakness, don't rely on this video. Please see your own healthcare provider.
This video is for general education only, and it is not a replacement for being seen by your own healthcare practitioner. If you found this video helpful, then why not watch this video next?